Okay, I'm going live.
Okay.
Alright, talk to you in like a few seconds.
Alright.
Alright, love you, bye.
See you soon.
See you
Love you,
soon.
bye.
Alrighty. Alrighty, so we are now live after finally trying to get a lot of stuff going. And... Hi, Garnet. Okay, to current viewers, I was talking to my dad a few seconds ago. He should be joining. So, yes. This was a pain. In other words, let's just say I had to get the current. I had to completely download a whole entire software as well. Oh, I need to text my sister. Thank you for reminding me about that, Garnet. Funny. I was about to text you. Whoops. Do you know me? Yes. Brandy? Yep, Brandy. Sorry. Okay, now Dad's on. Let me text Garnet. Hi. Okay, so I really hope this works because I'm currently dragging a current thing here. Okay, so we know in current Battle for Azeroth that Blizzard was supposedly quote unquote saying it was a faction war, but everybody knew that wasn't true due to the hints that were dropped in Legion, and we are going to be fighting off the old gods, not now, but when is the question exactly. But it is for certain that we are going to be fighting the old gods. N'Zoth is going to be the key one here, because we killed Yaxaron, well, technically we didn't kill Yashara, she died by a Titan. And Cthulhu we killed in vanilla. But with patch 8.2 coming up and we're going to be fighting Ashara, it's really interesting though, because we don't kill Ashara, but either A, I have a feeling it's going to be involving something with Sylvanas and Exalatath, the Blade, or K3 current beer, so the Blade of the Black Empire, which was Exalatath was in, which is really interesting though because of the lore of the Black Blade. It's strong enough to create a prison, strong enough to hold an old god, which is really questioning. Queen Ashara is the leader of the Naga. She was a night elf who was trying to propose to Lord Sargeras. And she only cares about power. She's power crazy. But it's really interesting though because it seems like what Blizzard's implementing with the Crucible, no, not Crucible, I'm sorry, wrong Ray, Ashara's Palace is that they're creating two different sides of the story, like what they did for Entourage the Burning Throne. They had two different point of views for the Alliance. And when we go through Ashara's Palace, there's some dialogue here, and which is really interesting though because it's not really N'Zoth talking to us, but it's the Herald of N'Zoth. Here, and it's in between Thrillisra, Herald of N'Zoth, Chandris, and Thrillisra. So it goes back and forth between these guys, so they're having a conversation. Thrillisra, there is a presence here. Tendrils strangling my mind. Herald, the locks weaken, the world screams. Herald, N'Zoth rises once more. Chandris, out there, Titan pillars and chains descending into darkness. Thrillisra and Chandris, Ashara wants us to see this. Why? Surely she knows we do not. We would never let that monster free. There is no time to warn the others. We must end this, champions, now. So whatever is going on in that current fight, it's important enough to where a person is just rushing us in to fight Ashara to stop whatever she is planning. And it's really interesting, though, because it's speculated that N'Zoth will be broken free in this raid. So either A, this will be the last patch for Battle for Azeroth if they're going to be pulling what they did for Warlords or Draenor, or this is going to be I lost my train of thought. I need to read the chat more. Who is she? The Banshee Queen, my queen. Hi, Garnet. Okay, and there is some more dialogue between this is just Ashara. Okay, this is Ashara. You see the truth now, don't you, heroes? Every move you've made has been according to my will. That lumbering dwarf believed you could save Azeroth by empowering the shiny heart, the gift of a sleeping titan. Yes, a titan's heart is exactly what was needed, not to heal the world, but to shatter the prison of an old god. And so with that being said, so it's clear that either A, this is Ashara's. We're literally leveling, from what I understand of this, we are literally leveling basically, we're leveling the key to destroy N'Zoth's prison. And that's what makes it very interesting, though, because of the whispers that you can hear from N'Zoth. He's saying that the speaker gave himself to the dark places. He gave himself to me, which is really understanding because of... That's why Azeroth could have showed Sylvanas and Anduin the vision that they got. And then there's actually some Jaina dialogue in this, which is interesting. I didn't think there would be. This is Ashara and Jaina. First, Ashara. The ritual nears completion. The Black Empire rises. The world awaits upon its true queen. Jaina. There will be no coronation this day. Oh, boy. And it looks like the faction war's possibly ending too. Because apparently the Horde aids Jaina and the Alliance aids Thralistra. Because Jaina is now... It's kind of supposed to be blacked out. Yes, it is. Because I didn't really want to mess with it, and so now thanks to that, I just kind of threw stuff together. What are you whatting? What are you whatting? There will still be war, but just a faction war. I'm not entirely sure. Because it says, Thralistra, aid me. Together we can hold her here. This is Thralistra. Now you know what it means to be trapped, Ashara and Ashara. I am Ashara. I was destined to rule. No force can bind me. Chandris, once again the Empire crumbles, Ashara. Your master will be disappointed by this failure. Jaina, she wanted us divided. Fighting each other kept us distracted from the true threat. Lorthramar, Ashara wasn't the only one manipulating us. I should have seen it sooner. Ashara, you caught me off guard. Fair enough, but you are as trapped here as I. This need not be the end for any of us. Thorlistra, save us. Stars save us. Ashara is drawing upon the heart of Azeroth, feeding its energies into her ritual. The Great War, Horde versus allies. No, I don't believe that will be happening anymore from what I've just heard. And then here's what it says underneath. Unfortunately, while Ashara may be imprisoned, the Azerite overload the Titan's consoles, weakening the chains that hold N'Zoth. And this is all hinting at what I was telling you about, Dad, too. That this is going to be the expansion where all the old gods are free, because this even text just states this from Lorthramar. Okay, Lorthramar said, Our victory rings hollow. Ashara's master will rise. Nothing can stop that now. Hi, Fredbear. And then Jaina says, For all her lies, Priscilla Ashvane spoke one truth. The war between the Alliance and Horde has kept us distracted. Divided, we have no hope against N'Zoth. Lorthramar. We may have found common causes here in Nazjatar, but the battle still rages beyond these waters. So long as Sylvanas holds Orgrimmar, there can be no lasting peace. Jaina, the war needs to end, Lorthramar. You know this to be true. Lorthramar, I had hoped that reason would prevail, but time has come to finish this. Lorthramar, I will tell my people what transpired here, of how Ashara fell because we stood together, of the one threat rising from the depths, and that all is at stake if we should fail. Lorthramar, again, then I will take my place beside Sourfang Thrall and pray that the Sindor Eye stands with me. So it really sounds like if we are not going to kill Sylvanas, but I was also listening to a voiceover of Matthias Shaw, and he was saying we have marched upon a corrupted war chief before. So if that's not already convincing enough, I have a feeling that she is corrupted, if not already. I could have been wrong, but... And Thrall's also coming back, too. Hey, Dad, here's some Lady Sylvanas dialogue. Okay, Sylvanas Windrunner. The Alliance believes that by striking down Rastakhan and decimating the Zandalari fleet they have broken us, that the Horde will soon crumble. Fools, the Boy King has lied to himself and his people. Yes, Thrall does come back. I like how my chat really needs to catch up. Whoa, what just happened? Screen lit up. Okay, I got it back. Okay, the Alliance believes that by yada yada yada. Fool, the Boy King has lied to himself and his people. He hasn't the faintest inkling of what he truly is up against. And this is what really makes me curious about it. She says, war is a living thing. It writhes, it grows, twisting and turning until its final form is revealed. The war is about to shift yet again, and it will be this blade that guides our way to victory. Excuse me there, Nature's Darkest. Your son is still Alliance after all. I didn't say I was going back to Horde. Okay, the next part it's saying, with blade in hand, Sylvanas instructs Nathanos to take the Horde fleet to Narjatar, where she predicts heavy casualties will be on both factions. Objects, they're footballs. Excuse me? But what's also other really interesting about this that they brought up they brought the Three Sister comics into this, which is really interesting because they say it shows the three skeleton horses, and it says they will serve death, they will serve me, and that was the end of the comic. Yes, it brought back the Three Sister comics, which is really curious because it's... Okay, Eye of Corruption, N'Zoth versus Sylvanas. One could think that Sylvanas is a pawn of N'Zoth, controlling her through the blade of the Black Empire and directly reinforcing the whispers of Il'gynoth. It is likely Sylvanas does not see it that way. She has always refused to be a puppet, and it is at least equally likely that she wants to use the old gods in her schemes, as long as they no longer suit her purpose. Before patch 8.2 PTR, we speculated that N'Zoth and Ashara might be at odds, using each other for their own independent agendas. And while this no longer appears likely due to Ashara's efforts to free N'Zoth and bring the Black Empire, a similar dynamic could still occur between N'Zoth and Sylvanas. N'Zoth guides the blades to Sylvanas, hoping her destruction is the catalyst needed to return the Black Empire, while Sylvanas uses Azerite to power the old gods to future her own agenda in Legion. Sylvanas tried to trap Aer in a lantern for similar purposes, and now she may decide to use the Black Blade in similar manner, trapping the spirit of an old god. And here's some data mine dialogue from Eye of the Corruptor, reminds us that the forces of the Void and old gods dislike Sylvanas. And this is the only reason why I still continue with that theory that the Forsaken and Sylvanas cannot be corrupted at all. Because it says, given, accept the embrace, listen, 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 listen. The queen threatens the king, there is no way to win. Listen, the undrowned will join the chorus, listen to it. Listen, open the gates, step into the abyss, complete the circle. You were right to doubt them. Listen, she is a threat. Kill her. Kill her. Listen, you now know this is the truth, but one of thousands. You only have to listen. Everywhere you look, the stars gaze back. You know their form already, but you have to listen. In the comic, The Three Sisters, the voices of the Void demands Illyria to kill Sylvanas. This is one degree. She is a threat and must be ended. Beware this one. She seeks the death of all things, all possibilities. End her threat. Murder her. Murder her. Save yourself and murder her. save the world, and murder her. She is a violation. She serves the true enemy. Kill her now, kill her now, kill her now. Remove her from this world and take her from her what is needed. You need now, now, now. This is nothing. You should have destroyed her. Now it is too late. You have sacrificed greatness for false feelings. They will leave you, and you will watch as she claims them. And then it shows part of the three sisters, and then it says, Sylvanas is speaking. I don't really recall you being so quite easily startled, in the void whispering to Illyria. This one is dangerous. She is a threat and must be ended. Beware, this one, she seeks the death of all things, all possibilities, and her murder her. And then Illyria is thinking about it, and she speaks out loud. What creature has she become? And this is when she's actually talking out loud. It was nothing. Your hand is cold, that is all. Hello, then, Lady Moon. Welcome home, Illyria. I thought I lost you forever. And Verisa, I never expected to see you again either. And then here's more confrontation between Illyria and Sylvanas. What if every store's there? Not gonna lie, that would be cool. And then here's what the Void is telling Illyria. She is a violation. She serves the true enemy. Kill her now. Kill her now and receive her from the world and take from her what you need now, 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 now. And this is Illyria, the Void, in her Void form. She's had enough. She said, the Sylvanas I loved is gone. All that is left behind is a wretched, obscene mockery of my sister. And this is Sylvanas. I had no choice regarding my fate, but you, sister, you left your son, you left our brother, you left us, and now you return a mere vessel of the Void's power. You are but a shadow of Illyria, an abomination. She literally calls the Void an abomination. And that's why I don't think Sylvanas would ever join with the Void unless she did not know. Because she literally calls it an abomination. Then here's a little paragraph of, I don't know who it's talking about, but it's talking about something important. It says, the light seeks one path and shuns all others as lies. The shadow seeks every possible path, and sees them as sees them all as truths. More vision, possible future. She saw Ixira, the mother of light, and declaring her heretic, and calling for her death. She saw blood on Turalian's sword. She saw Arator calling an army of paladins to hunt her down, only to fall with her arrows in his throat. She saw herself kneeling down before the one who slumbers beneath Azeroth waves. She saw herself killing it and taking its place, leading the throng of humors to consume every nation. Second thought, Dad? It turns out that Light Undead might be actually possible. Because it says, we've written before that for a major patch, BFA so far focuses on different Warbringers, which would have led to Sylvanas being focused on the final patch of the expansion. As we learn more about her motives with a Sylvanas-centric plot, we had hoped to pay off in the choice of allegiance between Sourfang and Sylvanas that the Horde players made earlier in Battle for Azeroth, and possibly even a new type of undead forged in the light like Carlina Menethil. While it was used as an April Fool's joke, there is a strong case to be made that new type of undead could fit into the roster of a playable race. Represented by Derek Proudmoore and Carlina Menethil, it would set up a nice parallel between Sylvanas' ability to raise the dead in Forsaken, while her rival faction leader Enduin assists bringing undead to the light. As Horde leadership divides further, we could also see a breakdown of the current factions with the fringe groups of the undead and night elves both. Should patch 8.3 center on Sylvanas, and the question of how to handle her controversial leadership would rise to the forefront? Perhaps we may even get to see a similar distant between Alliance leaderships hinted at the future plot with the Polygon. Alliance don't have the same division in their ranks just yet, and there isn't the same natural point of choice. And technically, we're already starting to see that, though, in game, how the Alliance is starting to split up because of Teldrassil and, what's her name? Tyrande just wanting her revenge and apparently taking on the Night Warrior. She was desperate for that to happen, and I honestly can't blame them for thinking that, but at the same time, it's really depending on where you stand for your point of view. And now what is how I think Battle for Azeroth is going to go down. I don't really think we'll be killing Sylvanas anymore, because Nathanos is making it sound like we must trust her. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. But he was making it sound like it was dire that we trust Sylvanas. Because if I don't know, the words are going. But if Sylvanas is actually meant to do what Vol'jin told us to do, to trust her and that she is the one to save us, I do believe that there will be a point where Blizzard will make her come clean and say, hey, this is what I did. Okay, I thought you were against Sylvanas, Dad. But the Alliance isn't doing too hot themselves either, but because I do believe that they are going to fall apart like the Horde. Because Tyrande just wanted vengeance and nothing else, and I can understand that because we did burn their home. Alright. But I believe the way Battle for Azeroth is going to end was N'Zoth does break free, and that's going to be the end of it. And the world event for the next one, the Dark Below, I do have a strong feeling that we would be fighting off Void Lords and Void Entities for the world event. And then I have a feeling that when it did time to come for the pre-patch event, and like for Battle for Azeroth, it was the War of Thorns. For Legion, it was Go to the Broken Shore. I do believe that there are going to be bigger casualties than what there were in Legion. I do believe, speculating, by the way, because if Sylvanas is a true threat to the Void and N'Zoth does break free, I do have a strong feeling that Sylvanas will be one of the first ones to die. But I do believe that Sylvanas will be the first to go if Anduin does continue down the path of the light, especially Turalyon. I do have a feeling Turalyon will die. But as for Battle for Azeroth stands, I don't think there's going to be any major deaths. But even to the point where this war is getting so bad with Ashara and N'Zoth and the Void, where the dragon aspects are getting involved. I mean, there's voiceovers for Alexstrasza, there's voiceovers for, I believe they're going to make some for Kalecgos. And it's also getting to the point, too, where the end times are going to be upon us as well, because of the way Path is going to. Nosdormu even said it himself. He's like, okay, you prevented the end times, but he knows he is doomed to fall to corruption here soon, and the Twilight Flight, Dragonflight, is still starting to appear in Battle for Azeroth, so I'm pretty sure if this doesn't go as well as we're hoping, we will be in the end times. But except it won't be exactly like the dungeon. I don't think we'll be fighting off Sylvanas. weird theory about that. I really don't think that's a normal moon. I believe that is Elune, is Azeroth's moon, because for many things, because the Night Elves really draw upon Elune. That is a worship belief that they have, and especially if you watch the cinematic where Tyrande becomes a Night Warrior, you can see literally a beam shooting from the moon that's covering Azeroth. As Tyrande is saying, Elune, we granted you, we worshipped you, and to the point where you see the beam shoot down from the moon to turn her into the Night Warrior. So I don't believe that that is an actual moon. I really believe that is Elune. So that's my opinion on that. Alrighty, with that out of the way, let's talk about class changes and see if there's anything new about their what do you call them? Class changes. Couldn't think of what they were. Yes, I heard about the Mount Slots equipment, but I've heard that they are also not doing pretty well as Blizzard thought they were. But Blizzard could entirely turn that around too, so. I wonder if they'd have the map where it shows Najatar on where it would be. I have a feeling it's in between Kul Tiras and Zandalar, is where I'd strongly think. Okay, Warlock. We can look at that class. I'm not sure if they would have those out by now, though, now that I think about it. What kind of Warlock do you want to know about? They're the Affliction, Demonology, or Destruction? Destruction Warlock, okay. Stat priority. Let's look at their improvements. Oh, whoops, that was weird. Whoops. Okay. Hello? I did something because I can now hear something in the background. That's odd. Okay. Oh, okay, it's just the background, so now I can tell where my chat's at. Hello? I did something, because I can now hear something in the background. That's odd. Okay. Oh, okay, it's just the background, so now I can tell where my chat's at. Hello? I did something, because I can now hear something. Feedback. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that off. I was curious what that was, sorry. There, I muted it. Okay, we're good. Well, they're not really changing much on Destruction Warlock. If I'm probably looking in the wrong place. Yeah, I fixed it. Chill, people. Talents, build, rotation, and abilities. There we go. That honestly doesn't surprise me, though. He looks like Harry Potter. Well, I think I'm gonna end this one, and before I go to bed, I can record one of me playing WoW with XX Cypher XX, if that's okay with her. We can be doing a battleground or something. Get that on camera. Hold on, you. You're not going to bed. I'll call you. Haha. I know, I'm sorry. Thank you. Love you night, kids. Good night, Captain. That doesn't surprise me. You said that. Hi.
I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, feedback. That's funny.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm ending this stream. If you haven't, please leave a like and subscribe. That whole YouTube stuff. And I will upload of us doing a battleground and get us getting our butts handed to us. So
Back, that's funny. It's so delayed.
it is.
Okay, I'm ending the stream.